Des here from Total Reformation. Now in today's video tutorial, we're going to bust the whole alkaline bubble, which is still very popular today. And hopefully at the end of the video, you'll have a better understanding of pH and the role it plays in our body and in health. So the biggest question that we get asked a lot here is, well, should I be eating alkaline foods or should I be alkaline? Because that seems to be what everyone else is doing. It's very popular amongst especially sort of the vegetarian and vegan fields, and even all the health gurus these days are still promoting alkaline, be alkaline, it's better for you. So why are they saying this? Let's just have a quick look. So they're saying that, yeah, it's overall, it's a healthier way to be. Main reason is that, yes, a cancer can't thrive in an alkaline environment. There's been some great research on it. There's been some good pioneers behind to show that most cancers will thrive in an acidic environment. But we're going to learn a little bit more about this as we go along. What else? They're also saying that, yes, it's going to give you more energy, that it's going to slow down the aging process, it's going to help you burn fat, boost your immunity. Just jump on Google and you'll see so many articles, all these people and bloggers talking about being alkaline and eating alkaline, and look at all the amazing results and all that sort of stuff. And who wouldn't want that? I mean, isn't that the whole reason why we do what we do in terms of training and eating and exercising and all this sort of stuff, is to get all these benefits. But when you think about it, there are alkaline waters, there's alkaline diets, there's alkaline supplements, there's all sorts of stuff. And look, it sells, okay? At the end of the day, just like this, the rest of the industry when it comes to health and well-being, it sells, all right? There's a lot of money to be made from this whole alkaline way of thinking. So let's see if we can help you understand it a little bit better so you get both sides of the story, okay? So if basically to say that everyone should be alkaline ignores basic fundamental rules of biochemistry. All right, there it is. So where did all this come from? So back in the 1930s, there was an amazing doctor who was ahead of his time. They referred to him as the Einstein of medicine back in the 1930s, which is pretty good. Dr. Emmanuel Rivici, he studied the effects of pH and disease, and in particular cancers. Just jump on and check him out. There's some amazing information that he's published. So over 60 years, he researched just a fair bit. That's a long time if you ask me. And some of my lecturers and all the people who I get most of my information from really say he's been the pioneer with, especially when it comes to the pH of the body. So what did he discover? And this is important, that in a healthy person, your pH should cycle between acid and alkaline twice in a 24-hour period, okay? Not stuck in one direction, twice in a 24-hour period. That's above and below the median. Now let's think about this. How most people determine their pH is they'll either swab their mouth or they'll pee on a stick, okay? Now understand that different body areas in the body have different pH, all right? Now what they discovered is obviously urine is one way of checking it, median is about 6.2. Saliva is another way, 6.7. It was Dr. Watson who sort of more studied the oxidative system. He discovered the median should be around the 7.46. But again, you shouldn't really have to worry about this sort of stuff. Okay, so that's what it does. It's meant to cycle twice, so we'll remember that. That means that if someone is stuck in one direction, like they're always alkaline, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Well, what they discovered was it's probably a bad thing. If you're stuck in one area, it's because it's the body's defense against something. It's gone that way to protect itself. And that can be either acid or alkaline, doesn't really matter. And the reason being is because, well, pH is the effect of, not the cause, okay? I'll say that again, it's the effect, not a cause. Very important. So why is that? Why is that? It's because it's determined and regulated by the fundamental homeostatic controlling systems of our body. Now there's two main CEOs that run the show in the body. It's the autonomic nervous system and the oxidative system, okay? Let's give you some examples though, just to help it make sense. So let's take our orange for example. Okay, now our orange is acidic, yes. In fact, when you eat and metabolize it, it's acidic, but at the end of the metabolism, or you actually end up with an alkaline ash. But that doesn't really matter. That's not what's important. If someone whose constitution, or what we say metabolic type, is oxidative dominant, yes, the orange is actually going to have an acidic shift in the body chemistry. If someone is autonomic dominant, all right, they're going to have an alkaline shift. All right, so very interesting. So what we just discovered then is that food can have an opposite reaction depending on your constitution or depending on a dominance in your body. Let's look at the steak. Okay, now this is when you're looking at all those food charts that are on Instagram and Pinterest and all that sort of stuff. All the foods that are alkaline, all the foods that are acidic, steak's on the acidic side. But is that the same for everyone? No, it's not. Again, a steak in someone who's oxidative dominant, it will actually throw them alkaline. Very interesting. In an autonomic dominant, it's actually going to throw them acidic. So we can see now that everyone is unique, everyone is different. There's a lot more to this. This comes down to biorhythms of the body. How are we connected with the sun, which is a big part of it. It has a lot of impact on this as well. So that helps you out. So let's just give you just the take-home points. We'll just recap on everything we said, and hopefully this helps you determine the right process to go down, or right step, and who to believe, and to maybe dig in a little bit deeper with your own research. So the basics of pH. Again, it should cycle both acid and alkaline twice in a 24-hour period. Okay. pH is an effect, not a cause. All right. So eating a certain way, it's an effect of that. Cancer can thrive in any environment, and this is what Dr. Ravishi discovered, any environment. A stuck pH is the body's defense, okay, against some form of degenerative disease. In most cases it's cancer, but there's a lot of others there too. Foods can have both an acid or an alkaline shift in the body, all right, depends on your constitution or your metabolic type. In a healthy person, actually to be healthy, a sign of good health is it requires the body to be able to shift either acidic or alkaline on demand. Okay, again, that comes back to biorhythms. The body needs to be able to switch on, for example, its sympathetic nervous system when it's under threat, but then also switch on its parasympathetic for rest and digest. We need to be able to have that balance between the two systems. So at the end of the day, there's no real need to chase pH. There's just way too many variables. Okay, for example, if you're detoxifying or going through some program, it's going to also throw out your pH. So trying to measure it and chase after it, there's no real point. And that's like a load off most people's shoulders, because they get stuck in all this field where people are trying to sell diets and sell certain things. They get stuck there. So that's pretty cool. If you want to learn more about this, I've actually done a really good podcast with Bill Walcott. We dive into it a little bit deeper. He talks a little bit more about the metabolic typing and understands the different systems and how it can have effect on from the food that you're eating. So definitely check that out. I'll put a link down below with that one. So there we go. Hopefully that's helped out. Sorry for all you people who are still pushing this whole alkaline thing. We've burst the bubble there, and this is just from the basic fundamental rules of biochemistry. So there we go. Feel free to share this with someone who might be stuck in this little field, who might be eating this way and actually getting worse, or has found that the symptoms they have has either got worse, or they've got symptoms they never had before, or they've felt worse as well. But I look forward to seeing you guys next time. We'll try and do some more of these little bubble busters next time I see you guys. See you then.